Have you ever seen someone so broken by grief, they walk like a ghost through the world? Kissa Gotmi was that person. Clutching the lifeless body of her only child, she begged every stranger in the city. Please, just one medicine, one cure. People turned away. Some whispered, she's lost her mind. But one man whispered something else. Go to the Buddha. She did. And he told her. Find a mustard seed from a house where no one has died. She ran house to house. Every door said the same. Yes. We have known death. At sunset, she returned with empty hands. But a heart filled with something new. Not madness. Not hope. But understanding. One mustard seed. That's all the Buddha asked for. But there was a catch, it had to come from a house untouched by death. Kissa Gotmi thought it would be easy. Until she knocked on the first door. Yes, our grandfather died. The second. Our daughter passed last winter. The third. Our father, years ago. Each seed came with a story. Each door opened a window to shared sorrow. By dusk, she realized. There was no such house. There never had been. And in that truth, her healing began. Why did the Buddha cry? He had transcended suffering, seen through illusion. He knew that life was impermanent. And yet, as Kissa Gotmi laid her dead child at his feet, he wept. Not because he didn't understand death, but because he did. Compassion is not the absence of wisdom. It is wisdom made tender. The enlightened one shed tears, not for the child, but for all of us. Because in her suffering, he saw all suffering. And in his tears, he gave us permission to feel our own. We often believe our pain is unique, that no one else could possibly understand. Kissa Gotmi thought so too, until she went door to door, begging for a cure no one could give. And what she found was this. Grief lives in every home. Loss visits every heart. No one is exempt. She didn't receive a miracle. She received something far more powerful. The realization that she was not alone. And in that moment, her suffering began to transform into compassion. Letting go isn't weakness. It's strength. It's standing in the storm of your sorrow and choosing not to run. It's holding your pain gently, and then setting it down. The Buddha didn't ask Kissa Gotmi to forget her son. He asked her to see the truth. That everything we love is impermanent. But in that impermanence, there's freedom. Because when we stop clinging, we start living. Let go, not to forget, but to awaken. Kissa Gotmi came to the Buddha begging for a cure to death. But the Buddha gave her something greater than healing. He gave her understanding. Each house she visited became a mirror. Each "yes, we've lost someone" became a thread in a tapestry of human sorrow. By the end, she held no mustard seed. Only truth. That suffering is not a punishment. It's the price of love. And in seeing that, she stepped onto the path of awakening. What if your suffering wasn't something to hide, but a path to wisdom? Kissa Gotmi's pain didn't end with her son's death. It began. But through every door she knocked on, every family she spoke to, her heart cracked open. She didn't find a mustard seed. She found humanity. And in that shared sorrow, compassion bloomed. Your wounds are not scars to be buried. They are seeds. Water them with awareness. And watch your heart grow wide enough to hold the world. The Buddha's test wasn't a trick. It was a teaching. Find a mustard seed, he said. From a house untouched by death. What he offered was not a solution, but a journey. Through that journey, Kissa Gotmi discovered a truth deeper than any miracle. Everyone suffers. Everyone loses. And in that shared loss, we find connection. The Buddha didn't take away her grief. He transformed it into wisdom. And that's a miracle in itself. You've heard of Buddha as the serene sage, the silent monk, the unmoved mind. But once, he wept. Not for himself. Not even for the dead child. But for all of us. For the mothers holding lifeless children. For the fathers burying sons. For anyone who's ever asked, why? His tears weren't a break from enlightenment. They were part of it. Because wisdom without compassion is cold. And compassion without tears is incomplete. Even the Buddha cried. And so may you. Pain is real. But it is not forever. The Buddha taught impermanence not to depress us, but to free us. Even the sharpest grief will soften. Even the deepest sorrow will shift. Kisa Gotmi's child did not return. But something else did. Peace. Because once she stopped asking, why me? She started hearing the answer. Everyone. And in that, she found stillness. Your pain is real. But it is not final. This, too, shall pass. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to our channel for more wisdom from the Buddha, Zen parables, and stories that nourish the soul. Let's walk this path of mindful living together.